Hello, we are the Stop Wearing My Clothes podcast. I'm Amy.
And I'm Kayla.
One
podcast, two sisters. This is episode number 33. We are gonna finally go over the Bachelor finale. Sorry, guys, we suck. But then also, kind of, since we waited so long, there's more stuff to talk about. So we are gonna, the Bachelorette cast list for Gabby and Rachel's season dropped. And we're going to go over there and do some most likely twos. Who will we choose? And make some predictions. So it'll be fun. So finale and also all the aftermath of it. Because probably a lot of the podcasts have covered what happened in the finale. But stuff has happened since too. So overall, let's just go over the main points of the finale and kind of what's happened since then.
Okay, so finale, Clayton, idiot. But he had to take his course to get where he needed to go. So Susie leaves because he slept with the other girls, and then he, in a rose ceremony in front of both of them, says, I was intimate with two and in love with all three, and then gave them the choice. Okay, I think that was his first mistake. He should have talked to them separately.
This is an ongoing mistake that happens.
Yeah, not at a rose ceremony and given them the space to actually be able to process and communicate how they felt versus I'm dropping this bomb on you, take it or leave it. And that was
and then he eventually, Gabby even walks out, but he eventually convinces these two women to stay, begs and pleads, he just wants it to work out, blah, blah, blah.
While leaving out a very important piece of information that he had already told Susie that he loved her the most.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big thing that really mattered.
Exactly. And so after he convinces these poor women to stay, he introduces them to his family, puts them through the whole ringer just to, at the end, tell his family he doesn't want them. He only wants Susie.
Mm-hmm. So then he goes to the hotel with both of them in a room and says, sorry, gals, I want Susie. Not separately, not a genuine breakup, just another bomb drop. And it's terrible. And Gabby reacts like every woman should, okay, you are a disrespectful piece of crap. I'm done.
Yeah, that was mind-boggling. I was like, oh no, he's not going to do it now. He's going to ask them each to talk separately, but no. And the thing is, he also didn't show a lot of emotion.
Mm-mm.
Either. It was just a little cold. And I think I kind of want to go over because we find out later that these ladies now both of them are Bachelorettes, the one that he group dumped. So I want to talk about how they reacted and how we think that'll go into their Bachelorette season.
Yeah, okay, so actually one thing I do want to say though, and I'm sure people have said this already, but I feel like Clayton's biggest mistake really was that he was so focused on his love story and what he wanted that he didn't think about anybody else. And it's supposed to be you want it to be successful, therefore you should be thinking about these other girls that you supposedly love.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he needed to learn to close his mouth. He doesn't have to tell them everything that he feels and thinks in his head. He can wait it out. And just having some empathy and compassion and actually trying to see what would be the best way to make how would I feel in this situation. Instead he was like, I want love, I want Susie, so who cares about these girls, I just need to get rid of them. And it's that's not the way to go about being a good human. I think that he's learned his lesson, and I actually think Clayton is fine, and I'm super happy for him and Susie because it really seems like
they end up actually working out, but they're still together.
And they're really
media
cute.
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think with Clayton, he was good. His gut feeling was right about Susie. And so we aren't mad at him for going to Susie. We're mad at how he literally threw Gabby and Rachel in the trash, who are goddesses. I mean, you guys know how I specifically feel about Gabby. She's my spirit animal.
Yeah, and Rachel has the most romantic, soft heart, and you could tell that she loved him to the freaking moon. And to just do
Oh.
that to someone that feels that way for you is just, ugh.
Yep. So,
But
really,
super excited because they're going to have obviously well, let's hope a positive ending to all this.
yeah. So, really, the finale, even though it was a giant clusterfuck, it really ended up where everyone's exactly where they should be. Clayton and Susie are together and happy, no matter what feelings of how he went about it. I love love, and I will never hate on a happy couple. And then Rachel and Gabby, who are those group dumpies, are now the Bachelorette. So we are doing 2 Bachelorettes next season the entire time, and it's one of our favorite people. And I am so excited to recap this season coming up.
I'm also terrified, to be honest. Completely terrified.
They know how much we love them. Like, I don't think.
But listen, though, there's only 25 guys. What are they doing? What is their game plan? Because it's going to be they're dating both girls. And to me, that doesn't have a happy ending. That has too much drama, too much heartbreak. Like, how is it going to feel if one guy likes the other one that the other one likes? Like, it's just messed up. I just don't like it. I don't know what's going to happen. I just hope they find a way to not do that.
So apparently, I've heard tidbits of things. I don't know what's real, what's not, but apparently, one of the Bachelor or Bachelorette season in a different country has done this before.
Okay.
So it should be that same format, which I was going to make a TikTok about this and do a full research of exactly what we think is going to happen. Another thing is, I don't know, I've heard of it, Joe Millionaire. It was like one dating reality show that just aired. Like, I think the finale was not too long ago. I didn't watch it, but they think it might be similar to that setup because there's 2 guys. So I'm gonna do some research.
Me any background on that? That's all you can say.
That's all I have so far. But I'm planning on doing a TikTok where I deep dive. So if you guys aren't following us on TikToks, we are investigators on there. We try to figure stuff out for you.
Okay. Well, I need you to figure it out for me because I'm stressed.
So now that
I do know that what Jesse Palmer did say that, like, they're not going to pit the women against each other, which like they'd be stupid to, because Gabby's her specific thing is, I do not want to compete for someone's love.
Exactly.
But I'm just nervous because it just seems like as the seasons go by, I love The Bachelor, like whatever, but as the season goes by, they're so focused on drama that it's like, it's really kind of setting them up for failure a little bit and to get hurt. And so I'm just getting nervous.
Sure. No, I get that. I guess another big thing happened too is we found out that Jesse Palmer is also going to be hosting their seasons, which means Caitlin and Tayshia bumped off The Bachelorette. And I am super bummed about that. I think just how, like, some people like Jesse, and I think he's great. He's got more of that, like, Chris Harrison vibe, but even, like, watching him on the Women Tell All this season, I don't know.
Not sure he can handle it.
Can he handle 2 Bachelorettes? Like, I don't know. And I also, like, found Caitlin Bristow's podcast off the Vine. Caitlin found out when we did.
That's kind of messed up.
I know. And it's just kind of like it's just overall a little bit of a bummer. He just is very robotic. He reminds me of anyone who watches Parks and Rec, like that mayor guy who, when April and Ben go to DC to work as a campaign manager, and he's like, looks like good weather out there. You know, and just like does these automatic like scripted lines, and then he just like sits silently until his next line is. I don't know. To me, he just does not add anything.
I think that he is a good Bachelor host. I think that these girls are going to need some support. I'm just not quite sure he's going to be able to give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, in previous ones, they like bring older Bachelorettes as support and stuff.
Well, let's hope they do that still then.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Or like they'll probably have maybe like even a group of girls because it seemed like this season they were pretty tight. Like Rachel and Teddy were for sure tight. They were going to move in together.
I saw. Mm-hmm. They're the new Greg and Andrew.
And did you also see that Teddy did a post and they were drinking wine in the streets singing a Taylor Swift song?
They're never getting back together?
No. One, not Taylor Swift. No. Olivia Rodrigo, Traitor. Like, took you 2 weeks to go out and date her, but he was like, took you 2 hours, and they both screamed 2 hours. And
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad that they've had, like, that support system. And
yeah, it seems like they've been really tight this whole time.
And I love that Gabby and Rachel are friends too. So they do have each other as a support system, but I do think they're going to be very, very different bachelorettes.
Very.
So she will be very emotional, and Gabby is not going to take any shit. And I can't wait for the grandpa to come and rate all the guys.
Yes. I love her grandpa more than anything in the world. He should be the freaking host. I love that guy.
Well, and they keep talking about Senior Bachelor. He's perfect. They've talked about it for years. Are they even doing that?
I don't know. This is a little off topic, but are they canceling Bachelor in Paradise?
I keep hearing both things. I don't know. I'm not accepting it. So I think I'm saying yes until completely proven otherwise.
But I will say one more comment about this. I guess the Bachelor in Paradise seasons have had really low ratings.
That's ridiculous.
Me, that doesn't like lower than Bachelor and Bachelorette. So that kind of is interesting to me because I don't see that.
It's the perfect summer show. And yeah, and I know like so the Bachelorette is starting in July, but then I don't know how the timing is going to work out. I don't know. I'm a little confused by it. So I think we're just going to have to wait and see.
I know. Wait until when?
I don't. Who freaking knows? But speaking of the next Bachelorette season, and the guys, the cast list came out.
They're some freaking cuties.
Yeah, for real. But what we did, so we'd have to go through each one because that's boring. And if you aren't watching this on video, maybe you should, because we're also going to show pictures as we talk about them because you obviously don't know the names of these guys yet. So we're going to go through.
Open up your phone and search these people.
Yes. So we're going to go through. And the first one we're going to hit, me and Amy have not talked about this. We each chose people for these most likely categories. So the first one is most likely to dress up for Halloween at work. I'll have you go first, Amy. And what was your criteria?
No, I really struggled to be honest. But I said James C.
Show me a picture.
This little butt chin boy.
Oh, okay. I could see that. And what was it about him that made you think that?
That I don't want to be mean. It's kind of hard.
Oh, okay. Don't be.
No, I'm not being mean. I just feel like he wouldn't have to do much to dress up, so I think it would be easy for him. No, he's got thick eyebrows. Like he could just put a little. I don't know.
He could be
Halloween vibes.
I could be.
He isn't ugly or anything. I'm just saying.
He could be the Johnny Rose to my Moira.
Yeah, and he's from LA. I feel like LA people are a little funky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the thing is, I wasn't looking for someone really crazy, or maybe I was, because I am the person who dresses up for Halloween at work. So
yeah, maybe looking for someone kind of goofy, like outgoing.
So who I chose, let me get this up really quick. Sorry, probably should have this before. Okay, Halloween. I chose John A. from Nashville, Tennessee, age 26. Doesn't he just look like a fun-loving guy? Like, I feel like I have a very solid feeling that he owns a golden retriever. He's cute, right? He kind of has a Marcusy vibe.
Yes, and I see that. Why did I not think that? He looks like someone that would. He kind of has a John Krasinski vibe.
Okay.
Like, but not him. Like, I don't know why I'm thinking of The Office because it's like dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah,
the whole time I've been thinking of The Office.
Me too, actually. Is Rachel or Gabby his Pam? Stay tuned to find out. All right, next one. Who is most likely to be allergic to cashews? So I picked two. Number one, Brandon H. from Carlsbad, California, 23. One word, mustache.
So having a mustache makes you allergic to cashews?
There's just something about the mustache, man. And then the second one is Colin F. from Chicago, and he's 36. He's got slicked back hair and a real real creepy style.
All I wrote. I almost wrote him down for that one too, but I also wrote down like a downgraded Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah, he's got a Bradley Coupe vibe.
Yeah, but a little extra creep.
Yeah.
In there. That smile. It's just that smile, man. Maybe a better picture.
I have one extra one that I didn't ask you to find, but just because I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, because I just watched the episode last night. You know, New Girl.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the episode where they're like fighting the bar across the street, and then Nick has like a nutmeg wholesaler vibe?
Yeah.
I found a nutmeg wholesaler vibe. So let's see. Nutmeg wholesaler, and his name is Nick.
Oh, I see that. Yep, there you go.
Nick G from Nashville, Tennessee, 30 years old. Nashville's a really hot spot for Bachelor. Next one should be villain. I'll have you go.
Johnny D.
Let me see. Okay.
Something about the hands in the pocket and the I'm too cool for you face. I'm like, you're gonna be too cool for all these boys, and you're gonna just be like, I'm the winner. I'm cooler than all of you.
Mine was Johnny D.
Same.
So if he's not a villain, I don't know who is. So we're calling it. Johnny D is going to be the villain of the season.
But then the other thing is I could see him just being really sweet and like quiet too.
We'll see. We'll
like
find
goes
out.
one way or the other.
That'd be so funny.
I actually wrote 2 down. I also thought Jake R from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay, yeah, I see him now. Oh, okay, I almost put him down for something else. So villain, interesting. Okay.
He's from Arizona. I think he might be a little bit of a party boy.
Okay. Ari was like the last like big Arizona guy in the Bachelor Nation.
Oh, that's true. He could be a realtor and he could be really chill and suave. Who knows?
Yeah, wouldn't it be so funny if like Johnny D, who we choose for the villain, it like ends up being the Bachelor or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we picked our top guys for each Bachelorette. Let's start with Rachel.
Okay, we're starting with Rachel. If she doesn't choose him, I will divorce Jared and choose him myself.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. But Coy.
All right.
Coy,
what a cool name too, right?
Yeah, I feel like he's just like a sweet. Oh, he's from Arizona too. 25 years old, so maybe that might be a little young. But I just see her with like a standard Prince Charming. So he just gave me those vibes.
Okay. I went for Rachel. Mario V from Naperville, Illinois, 31.
Okay.
He just was very handsome and I just sensed a good vibe. Like he would be a good listener. She needs a good listener.
Yeah, and I feel like age is good too. I feel like I can imagine her with like a really mature guy.
Yeah. What are the other Rachel guys?
Tyler N.
Okay, yeah, he's cute.
Yeah, I don't know why necessarily, but I just saw him and I kind of went on instinct. I looked, I saw him like,
cool. And then
so
I have the ultimate couple for Gabby.
All right, go ahead.
Grocery Store Joe.
I have him written down.
Hayden M from Tampa, Florida, 29, and he looks just like Grocery Store Joe, but no shade, a little buffer.
Actually, I wrote him down for Rachel. That was my third.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I don't know why, but because really, if he is anything like Grocery Store Joe and has that little sense of humor, that's totally Gabby.
I know. I had a second one for Gabby, which is funny. It's your Rachel is Coy.
Oh, really?
Coy's going to be around a while. I just have a feeling no matter what, Coy is up there.
Me too. Because I literally wrote Coy under Gabby and then I crossed it off and I'm like, oh, I couldn't tell, but I am getting good vibes from him.
Yeah, I did the exact same thing.
But what if he's the one they're fighting over? I don't like this.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe he'll be very coy. Sorry. And then we also, this is our very last one, chose who we think is going to be the Bachelor.
Wait, you didn't even let me do mine.
For Gabby. Sorry, my bad.
Let me find him. Where did he go? Oh, Avon J. Yeah, this guy. I don't know why. I could see him with.
Oh, Gabby. I actually chose Avon was on my list for Rachel when I had to like. So we're choosing we're like definitely vibing towards the same guys.
Yeah, and I really kind of am thinking kind listener, and then with Gabby, still a listener and still kind, but then a little goofy.
Yeah, it's got an edge to him.
Because they both really loved how Clayton made them feel so
He was good at that. Yeah, he's a good
He was
listener.
really good. But then, not really,
Yeah.
no, but he made them feel that way.
So for The Bachelor, I am between Corbin S. from Birmingham, Alabama, 27. He's kind of got a Tyler Cameron vibe, but then also he has, I'm assuming, a Southern accent if he's from Alabama. And it's been a second. Like, have we even had we probably have, right? Just not in a while, someone with an accent.
Yeah, you know something funny.
What?
I did write him down because he stuck out to me, but I couldn't figure out what for.
He's cute.
And I'm nervous. I wrote very cute, but then I also wrote player ?
Tyler Cameron. Yeah. Like, is he gonna date Gigi after he gets off the
So I could see him as Bachelor, I could see him with Gabby, I could see him with Rachel, or I could see him on Bachelor in Paradise.
The world is his oyster.
Yeah. And that makes me a little nervous. I don't know if he's gonna, but Southern Gentleman, could really pull him to be the good guy, not the player.
That's true. And then who did you actually choose for Bachelor?
I wrote Quincy W, and I have no idea why. Let me find it.
I like the name. We haven't even talked about the twins. I didn't pick the twins for anything. They're just a gimmick. But at the same time, remember, I think their last name's Ferguson, the Ferguson twins.
Yeah, they came for a while.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It was just so awkward. Didn't they have like a 2-on-1 with the sisters?
Yes.
Like, why are they doing that?
Okay,
yeah, show me.
Just
look handsome. I almost thought about him.
Well, and just like his picture, like that could be an ad for The Bachelor.
Totally, I agree with you.
So, yeah, but he would have to vibe with them enough, obviously, to make it. Well, nowadays, I guess you can leave right away. So who knows?
Yeah, Clayton. All rule books are out the freaking door.
I know, anything that you ever guess is just like you never know now. You can't guess anything.
My last one of most likely to be Bachelor is Ethan K from New York, 27. And they have not had an Asian American lead yet. And I think it's fucked. So he's very handsome. I like his jacket. I just get like a good vibe. He's just got main character energy.
Okay, I'm actually so excited for this season because this seems like a really good group of guys. I mean, we're just looking at them, but
I haven't been.
I feel like we get.
Oh, I haven't been this excited since Katie's season.
Yeah, but my excitedness is just also filled with so much nervous energy.
I think it'll be okay. I think they'll come out on top no matter what.
Can you give me a prediction of how you think, like what is a positive way for them to go about this in your opinion?
I'm actually at a loss. I don't know.
Okay. Well, because originally kind of what I was hoping is, they could be together necessarily, but like I kind of wanted 25 for each. And I wanted it to be like separate seasons, but they still like talk. I don't want like double dates. Like it's just going to get weird, man.
Yeah, I don't know. At least at first I was really worried they were going to do like the Caitlyn Bree situation. Yeah. And I'm at least glad they aren't like, that was literally pitting them against each other.
Yeah, but this almost could be worse though, because if they literally are dating all the guys together, how does that work?
I know.
Because that really is like a competition, like they have to choose. Or is it like the first episode they choose and then from there they move forward? But then it's like, what if they all choose one?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, the guys are going to have some say, right?
That's what I mean. I mean, like, what if the guys choose? Not necessarily like one has to leave, but like I want to date this girl, I want to date. And
it's probably messy, but I know that they know that we feel a sense of protection over them, and I really don't feel like they would fuck us over like that. I don't. I'm sorry, I'm being optimistic, but
no, I agree. I'm having such a hard time figuring out how it can be positive. Yeah. Like there's not like a scenario I can figure out that it wouldn't be weird. But I guess we're just going to have to watch it and figure it out.
Totally.
Though. Yeah.
And that's a wrap on Clayton's season. We made it. I was really not sure in the beginning if I was going to, but it actually turned out to be a fire season. And we got Gabby out of it.
And have you seen all the memes of Chris Harrison? Like when they actually have the most dramatic season right after I
shared it on our Instagram.
Yeah, it's so funny. Poor guy.
I know. All right. That's it. All right. So another Bachelor season has come and go, and the new season isn't up till July. So what are we going to do until then, Amy?
So we are going to recap The Ultimatum, which is a new Netflix reality TV show.
Yeah, and it's like the same people from Love is Blind. They're even the same hosts, Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey. And it premieres on April 6th. So I believe it's the Sunday. There's only going to be two batches of episodes. So we're at the first batch that comes out April 6th. We're going to recap on the Sunday after. And April 10th, which is like the finale and the reunion show, we are going to recap the Sunday after that. So the show's has a crazy premise. It's essentially, if anyone's ever been in that relationship where it's an ultimatum, you either put a ring on this finger or peace out, this show's for you. And it looks wild, like even wilder than Love is Blind, which is saying something.
Yeah, it's very, very.
And we're going to have opposite opinions, so it'll be fun. So that means next week, no new episode. We're going to take the week off, but the 10th will be our next episode. So that'll be fun, and then we're going to continue on The Bachelorette when that comes up. But we're excited because Netflix is really kind of killing it in the reality game. And I really see, other than The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, I really see myself going towards that, like Too Hot to Handle, The Circle, Love is Blind, this new show, Ultimatum. And we both watch those shows. I think the only one that we don't watch together or both watch is The Circle, which highly recommend.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten into it yet. Maybe I will.
Yeah, totally. So really, it's going to be, once we get those exact dates, Love is Blind Season 3 is actually coming out later this year. So we would love to recap that. And we're just going to go in more of the full reality TV direction. And you'll still have me and Amy talking about it as sisters and our different opinions on things. But we're just going to really keep it to that kind of entertainment reality TV news and recaps. And we're really excited. And I did hear something really cool that we have to recap. Are you ready?
Yes.
Netflix is doing like this mega crossover show of the Love is Blind, Too Hot to Handle, The Circle, all those of your favorite people who are still single doing one show.
What the heck?
They're picking people out from all the best Netflix reality shows.
And then they're going to just like all hang out and then choose each other or something?
That's all the information I've got, but we're going to recap it. So, so you'll just notice us. We're going to be maneuvering a little bit, and just really whenever the show is out that we're wanting to recap, that's when we're going to kind of set our dates of like, okay, the show is released this day. This is the time this season that we're going to be recapping.
Yeah, and that's why it's really important that you're following us on Instagram or TikTok, because we're going to really keep you up to date on all that. And also, on TikTok, we literally will talk about anything like hour of, day of, whenever we hear something. We're always making TikToks so that you can stay up to date on all, not just reality TV, just pretty much anything. We will, if it's interesting, you'll know there.
Yes, for sure. So even though we're taking the week off for the podcast next week, we post like 3 times a day on TikTok. So make sure to follow us there for any updates. I'll also be sending out kind of reminders of when our next podcast episodes are going to be. And I'm excited for the future. I've really enjoyed kind of figuring our podcast out this season and really trying to figure out what's our next move, because we like doing this together. We're just still kind of trying to figure out the flow and the best way that we can give you guys great content and also enjoy what we do. So yeah. All right. So that is the end of our episode and wrap on Bachelor. We will see you soon for the ultimate. Peace.
Bye.